The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
A very good evening to all of you. The Love Talk Show is on air. My name is Peter, and as every single day, my wife is here with me.
Hello everyone. It's always a pleasure. Welcome to the Love Talk Show, where we discuss about intelligent love. My name is Andrea. Stay tuned.
Well, today's topic, we'd like to talk about money and relationships. Can money influence a relationship in a positive way and a negative way? What are the challenges that a couple can face when money is being put on the table or in between them? This is what we are going to talk about today. Let's hear this report and we are coming back.
How important is money in a relationship? Picture a couple passionately in love, convinced their deep affection can conquer all. They move in together, dreaming of a future. But soon, reality knocks on their door. Not with a bouquet of flowers, but with a bill. A late notice from the landlord, a broken down car they cannot afford to fix, or an unexpected pregnancy. The dreamy-eyed couple suddenly faces a crisis. The love is still there, but so is the panic. And as the financial stress mounts, that once invincible love begins to crack under the strain. The wall isn't built of glass, but of debt, of arguments over mismatched spending, and the silent fear of not having enough. This scenario is playing out in relationships across the country, illustrating that money is more than just a matter of convenience. A 2024 survey by a law firm, Slater and Gordon, found that financial stresses was the reason for starting divorce proceedings for 52% of spouses in the UK, with arguments about money troubles cited by 41%. This is not a coincidence. Research from the Institute of Divorce Financial Analysis states that money issues are the third leading cause of divorce, responsible for 22% of all dissolutions. But what happens when one partner earns significantly more than the other? Can this create a power imbalance, with the higher earner unconsciously feeling more entitled to make financial decisions, leaving the other feeling powerless and resentful? Then there's a problem of financial selfishness. A partner who spends money freely and without consultation can inflict severe emotional and economical damage on their spouse. This isn't just about different spending habits, it's about a lack of respect and a betrayal of trust. For example, a 2014 report in The Guardian shared a story of a woman whose husband maxed out credit cards in her name without her knowledge. This type of self-indulgent spending can lead to overwhelming debt and a profound sense of betrayal. However, we must not overlook those who manage their finances independently. According to a 2023 survey by Aviva, nearly 2 in 5 people in a relationship in the UK admit to financial infidelity, keeping a secret account or money stashed away from their partner. This trend towards financial secrecy, whether driven by a desire for independence or fear, creates an invisible barrier between partners. So, for all the hopeless romantics who feel that love is all you need, can that theory really work? What happens when love meets a financial reality check? Is it possible to build a future when your financial goals don't align with your partner's spending habits? And how can you navigate the tricky waters of unequal earnings and financial selfishness? Join us as we explore the undeniable importance of money in a relationship. Don't go anywhere. The conversation is just getting started on Love Talk Show.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
And you could hear what this report says about Andrea. Money and relationship, either we like it or not, they need to work together. They need, because one is not depending but works with the other.
I was even thinking about this saying. I don't think it's a worldwide saying, but in our country said, is it enough love and the shed? And what it means is it enough to have love and then we get married and have a place to live, either in your parents' house, my parents' house, or a small little room or a small little house? Is it enough? Or money plays a really important role in a relationship, especially nowadays?
Yeah, it's important. We have several arms from this topic that we can talk about. Because we can ask, is this person, are you a saver? When the subject is money, are you a saver? Are you an avoider, someone who avoids also to buy or have whatever you want? Are you an investor? Are you the ones who spends money? And you are in the relationship at the same time. How often is this couple, Andrea, talking about healthy tips or plans that they are setting for their financial life and for their future? Is this being a cause of fights, arguments? Because money has a very important toll, or it has influence over the couple, because everything the couple is going to do, and this is familiar to everyone, we need money. People need money to pay bills. People, they need money to have a house to live in. People, they need money to put on their clothes. They need money to buy food for their children, to give them the best, whatever you need. Either we like it or not, we depend on money, in a sense of getting things, in having things. But in the midst of all of this, who are you? How are you dealing with both money and relationship? How is this person, how are people dealing with when the subject money comes in between the couple, and how are they managing these problems?
And even before you get married or before you enter in a serious relationship that will lead to marriage, it says a lot about yourself if you're still single, the way that you handle money. For example, if you live with your parents, that's nothing wrong about that, of course, and you're still studying, but how is your relationship with money? Do you help around the house with the expenses of the house, or are you just depending? Because that's not financial maturity, and that will not help for sure once the person gets married. And the person is so used or gets so used to depend on someone else that once the person enters a relationship, the person will also depend on the other one, or doesn't know how to deal with the bills, all the responsibilities that come from a marriage, a house, a car, children, like you were saying, education. So if you are a person today that is really independent in regards to money, when we can talk about something else. The person really has their professional life already stabilized, and she studied, and now she's practicing everything that she studied for so many years, and she has a good relationship with money. But in terms of herself, for example, I have my money, I have my bank account, I can buy the clothes that I want, the clothes that I need, I can buy the car that I want, I don't care about brands, I just want the best, and I just deal with money in regards to myself. But imagine that if you want to, of course, to get married, when you add a person to your life, the relationship that you have with money now, would it be a selfish type of relationship, and you want to have this separate bank account to do your own things, and the person their own separate bank account to do their own things? Is this a life in common? Is this the type of life that you want to share with someone?
I also believe, Andre, that the way people are being brought up also can have a big influence on it. Well, let's hear what people are saying outside. We have a reporter went outside and asked people what they think about this subject, and we are coming back talking about it.
Straight from the people, straight to you. The word on the street.
What do you think is the impact that money can have in a relationship? Do you think couples should have separate accounts or financial responsibilities, etc.?
Well, I've always held separate accounts to my husband. And money plays a very important part in a relationship, obviously, to pay the bills and to have a social life. If your relationship is based purely around money and finances, then I think you're going to find yourself with problems. But if you can see beyond that and look at the bigger picture, you know, it's not just about money, it's about how you live your life, how you socialise. I think even politics might come into it. You need money to survive, but don't be someone that worships money or craves money. You know, if you can live a comfortable existence on your income, then be happy, because there's more important things to life than just money.
If it's not that serious, I would say separate. But if you are together, you've been together for like a long amount of time, I would say shared. Especially if you're looking at, getting a house together, getting stuff together in general. Also having your own, but I think it's easier to have, a bit of both. In a relationship, what you invest in is very important. And if you're not using it correctly in terms of the relationship, then I definitely think it's one of the main things that can kill off a relationship. The main focus in the relationship is not money. But I do think it is important, just not necessarily important for a relationship. If I was to say what's more important than money is like the love you have between you two, and the faith that you have between you two. Because again, money's not everything. It's obviously great to have, and it's great to have if you want to start a family and buy your own house and stuff. But in terms of in a relationship, I don't think that's the number one priority. I think it's more about growth and unity and just being one as a couple.
I don't think couples should have separate accounts. I think that it's like a shared responsibility. I think it's quite selfish, to say, I have this account, you have that account. I feel like in a relationship, it's a partnership, especially with the cost of living and the times we live in. I feel like people have to work together, not be secretive, collaborate. So I feel like, someone definitely shouldn't have a separate account. People think that money's the answer to a lot of things, but then if you have the money, you can gain everything in terms of materialistically, but that can actually change your life, maybe in a negative way. So sometimes when you don't have something, it's actually a blessing in disguise, because the thing that you don't have could be saving you from your ruin. So money is definitely important, but it's not the be all and end all.
In a time where men and women are making money at a similar level, I think men and women should have separate accounts in a relationship. They can have a joint account as well, and money is, I think, critical to any relationship. Without the right financial stability, you have no relationship. I think money determines the strength of the relationship. If you have a relationship where there is enough financial stability, the relationship can progress, right? You can have children, you can live together, etc., etc., etc. If you don't have those things, then the relationship inevitably collapses because it reaches a a point where it is no longer able to grow, right? It reaches a wall.
I think financial conversation needs to be at the beginning of a relationship to understand what someone's financial goals are, to see if they actually align with your goals. Also, I think it's important to understand what people's spending habits are so that you both know you're working towards the same priorities in life and you have the same aspirations. I don't believe in joint accounts because I'm self-employed. I work very hard for my money and it's going to stay mine. I just feel like men need to step into their financial power, I guess. And if you do feel threatened by a woman that earns more than you, then go and get a second job, get a career, expand your horizons, get a side hustle, do whatever you need to do. If you feel like you need to be financially on par with your partner, then work hard to get there. Everyone has the opportunity to earn as much as they want, really. There's no limitations with the world that we live in now. You can be earning more, but you need to put your mind to it.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Well, you could hear what people are saying outside and what people think about this matter, and opinions are different, and thanks to God because of it, because we all have a different way of thinking. But when we talk about this subject, money and relationships, as we were saying before, Andrea, there's always a connection between them, because a relationship to move forward and to have what they need, they will also need money. And the question here is, how are people going to combine both? It's possible to have a good relationship with a healthy financial condition. Is it possible for a couple to have understanding where there's a good financial condition in this family? And obviously that when you start a relationship and when you start talking to someone, we had a similar theme a few days ago here in the Love Talk Show, Andrea. And obviously everything starts with plans. People, they start planning. They like someone. They know someone, and they see on that person the possibility of having a life together, common goals, the same purpose of life. One has what the other doesn't, and they start having a kind of connection, and they see that they can help each other. They see they match, they can be there for each other, and this is when they decide to take a life together, to move forward to the next level. And they are decided, and they are planning to build and to have something for their lives as a couple. And obviously, for you to achieve this reality as a couple, before, when you were not living with a person, you had your own bills, you had your own responsibilities, you had your own life, you were managing your money the way that you wanted. But now you have a partnership. Now you have someone that you have to share your responsibilities, your duties, and everything that is happening in this new home. Now there's a house. Now there are bills. Now there are plans. Now there are even works, jobs, or even potential businesses that this couple wants to work on, or to open, or to have. And obviously, starting with a very healthy communication, putting on the table exactly what their plans are, I think it's one thing they have, or they should start with.
Financial independence and selfishness, they won't work when starting a relationship, because we believe, that's what we believe in, that when we get married we become one and everything becomes common to the couple. So if you are living in this financial independence, like we were mentioning before, and like you were saying, Peter. So the person is so used to spend their own money in whatever they want and they think they need, that once they get married, they want to continue having that life. For example, as a single, they want to live being married as if they were single, investing in their own things, in the things that they like, the things that they want again. And also, on the other hand, we have selfishness. For example, maybe women, they are so used to spend in clothing. Well, that's what ladies like. And shoes, that's why I'm giving the example. They are so used to consume in a way, and that's not wrong to buy what we like or what we need if we have conditions to do so. But if it's unbalanced, of course, that it will cause problems when you enter a relationship, when you get married. So these two situations, financial independence and selfishness, they are not healthy in a relationship. Once you think about committing to someone, you need to have the balance, and you need to have this awareness. Now we are getting married. So before getting married, before entering a relationship, let's sit down. So now, for example, people nowadays, of course, that's a reality and we can't run away from it. They need to live somewhere. Or only if they're planning to live with relatives, but it's natural. So we get married, we leave our parents' house and we go and live together. That's what we believe it's meant to be, a marriage. So we have to think about rent a house or buying a house. You need money for that. The car, will you keep your car? Things so simple as this. There are no it's not a detail, because, for example, how are you going to pay for petrol for 2 cars? And the costs here in London, for example, we are in London, so all the fees, everything that requires to hold on to 2 cars, for example, in a family. Or so it's very important. How are you going to pay the mortgage, for example? First, how are you going to buy a house? We have to put money together, for example.
They cannot forget they are a team, and it's important to have a teamwork. Obviously, money starts being a problem when you are being, or when one is being selfish. And listen, when we say selfish, we are talking about someone who thinks only on himself or herself. We are not talking about someone who wants to be disciplined with the money and wants to apply the right amount of money on certain things that are necessary. And in a family, and each couple has to decide it, each family has different priorities. Each family is facing different problems, different challenges, because they also have different goals. But this is the beauty of the teamwork as a couple. You know, we both have talents, and rarely we are exactly the same. Usually, when you look to a couple, usually they are completely different. One is completely different from the other in terms of personality. That's why they are helping each other. They have common goals. They have the same interests. They want to reach the same end, but the personalities are different. And this, in the majority of cases, is what catches people's attention. Is they can be what I'm not. They are what I'm not. So they have this to add in my life, and I have this to add in their lives. And this is when they become a team. So this teamwork is crucial for you to, to have shared goals and to bring into the relationship this security when one can trust on the other. Maybe one of you, it's better to managing the money. One of you, it's better to invest the money. One of you is better to have a own business. One is good with the clients. The other one is good to managing the money. I'm giving a few examples, but this is only for you to understand. It's important for you to understand that the initial plan was we have a life together. We are building a life together. So how can we build something together if when the subject money is divided, it's your money and my money? How can we accomplish something together when we say it's your money, it's my money? It's your life, it's my life. It's your wallet and it's my wallet. Obviously, when this happens, problems are coming among the couple, because one of those will say, but it's your obligation to do this, or it's your duty to do that, or you have to go here, or you have to go there. When the truth, it's teamwork. And we have to understand that sometimes we face difficulties in life. And maybe, let's understand this, people, they have different money values. I understand they had a different way of dealing with money.
Different upbringings.
Yes. And sometimes they have hidden financial problems or hidden financial issues, the way they deal with money, that they deal control money. But again, this is when each one talents are coming up and helping each other, helping to grow. And yes, as a couple you grow, and because you grow as a couple, you will be able also to grow financially.
And trust is a very important situation here, is a very important topic, because problems start happening once the other doesn't trust the partner. Once there are financial issues that, for example, in result of, I want to buy this, I really want to buy this, but you discussed it with your partner and it said not the right moment. The person didn't say no, or only, of course, if it was something out of the ordinary that doesn't make any sense. But usually when you are when you have this healthy complicity, you say, oh, maybe this is not the right timing. Remember, we were talking about education, we were talking about this is a priority. And then the person doesn't accept because of what we were talking about before. Oh no, but I want to do it my way, because usually before I used to, and you got married with me and you knew that I was supposed to do this, or I like to do this. So then problems start arising, and that's when they say, okay, now we will have different bank accounts. And do you think that sorts something out?
But at the end of the day, Andrea, the bills will be there, the financial commitments will still be there.
And you start counting coins. It's like, I've paid a bill of 200 pounds, and you've paid a bill of 199, £1 less, and then you will have discussions and arguments that will break this harmony in between you both. And that's the tendency is to grow and become even more serious.
So I do believe that as long as you are investing in the relationship and taking care of each other, money will be only a tool that will bring better conditions between you and your spouse. Money will not be a problem. Money will not be a reason for you to fight each other or accuse each other. Money will be only a tool for you to achieve things that you need, that you want to provide for your children mainly, you want to have in life, for a better house, a better car, which is nothing wrong with that, but everything on its time, and not compromising the healthy relationship between you and your spouse. Communication, I think it's very important. Transparency, it's also important. Being flexible, it's also important, because from the moment you start a relationship, you knew that you were bringing a new human being into your life. So now you have a responsibility also with this person, and also sacrifices, they need to be done along the way in order for each other goals, which are the couple's goals, will be accomplished. Well, let's listen a song and then we are coming back.
There is no fear, 'cause I believe. There is no doubt, 'cause I have seen your faithfulness, my fortress, over and over.
I have a hope found in your name. I have a strength found in your grace, your faithfulness, my fortress, over and over.
Make way through the waters, walk me through the fire. Do what you are famous for, what you are famous for. Shut the mouths of lions, bring dry bones to life there. Do what you are famous for, what you are famous for.
I believe in you.
God, I believe in you. Release your love inside of me. Unleash your power for all to see. Spirit, come and fall on us over and over. Oh, make way through the waters, walk me through the fire. Do what you are famous for, what you are famous for. Shut the mouths of lions, bring dry bones to life there. Do what you are famous for, what you are famous for. God of exceedingly, God of abundantly, more than we ask or think. Lord, you will never fail. Your name is powerful, your word's unstoppable. All things are possible in you. God of exceedingly, God of abundantly, more than we ask or think. Lord, you will never fail. Your name is powerful, your word's unstoppable. All things are possible in you. Make way through the water, walk me through the fire. Do what you are famous for, what you are famous for. Shut the mouths of lions, bring dry bones to life there. Do what you are famous for, what you are famous for. I believe in you. Yeah, I believe in you. There is no fear, 'cause I believe. There is no doubt, 'cause I have seen your faithfulness, my fortress, over and over.
I had a lot of issues developing at home. My father used to drink a lot. All the time when he come home, he would be arguing a lot with my mom. My mom would ask him to stop the drinking. He would say, I would change, but he never changed. So he would faint a lot outside the home. Even in the town, he would be fainting. We'll get a phone call at home. With that, in the home, it had a lot of arguments because with the drinking, he would drink out his salary. We wouldn't get the right things that we needed in order for us to be fulfilled as a family. I remember one time, it was so bad, the argument, my mom said she was going to get hot water to throw it on my dad because it was really, really bad. He wouldn't stop and he would continue drinking. I felt like I didn't belong because I was an only child. I would go to school, but when I went to school, I would feel like I didn't want to go home. I grew up with 2 other siblings, but they were cousins. We had aunts as well around and we had uncles around. For some reason, They had preferred the other two than myself. And it really affected me inside. I felt really, really low at that point in time. While going to school, I met my boyfriend at the time. And I said, okay, to get away from this, I could get married. And I would then leave home, I'll go on my own. And I got married, but I didn't escape from it. I started arguing with my husband. He started drinking as well.
Before coming to the presence of God, I like to be calm and peaceful, but got married with my wife and found in myself getting a lot of argument. I don't want to escalate, and I just used to run away from it and take up drinking. Drinking was my form of escape.
And then I came with the idea, I said, okay, let's go to the UK to live. When we came to the UK, things continued the same way or even got worse.
Coming to the UK for the better life, we was trying to see if that would have made a difference, but it didn't. So with my wife, we couldn't communicate for anything. I will try to say something and it will form into an argument.
This came from since when I was younger, from my father drinking, what I've noticed at home. I still had it inside and I brought it into my marriage, which then started to affect my husband. We had no finances at the time because we were looking for work and we could not find any job. I was sending out CVs, my husband was sending out CVs. So no money to pay the rent, no money to eat. We were trying to develop our family and we were trying to get a son or a daughter at the time. And then I discovered through, when we were trying, that I couldn't have children. I was walking with my husband and somebody invited us to come to the Universal Church. We came and the pastor at the time, the authority that was there, told us he wanted to speak to us after the meeting. He said at the time, my husband was going to get a job that same weekend. I was a little bit kind of confused and I was like, a job the same weekend? What is he talking about? My husband got a job the Sunday. And I remember when he got the job, we went straight back to the Universal Church. I started to talk more to God myself and I started to listen what the authority was saying. And what he was saying from the word, I would put into practice because I wanted to see the change. I said, okay, I'm going to ask for forgiveness, to forgive all the people, all the family members, the things that they were saying about me. I asked God for forgiveness myself, for how I would treat my husband, the bad things I used to say. From then on, reading the word and making sure I focus on what God had to say to me, I then decided to get baptized. So I went to baptism. I started to see small changes through the faith I was using at the time. I remember I got a job at one point in time. That was one of the change. Inside of me, I was no longer feeling so insecure and so lonely. I realized that I needed the Holy Spirit because you could get a blessing here, a blessing there, but the material thing, it goes. You need the Holy Spirit to remain. I went to the altar to receive the Holy Spirit and I gave my all. I remember I went there and I said, God, this is it. I'm giving you everything that I have to receive you. When I received the Holy Spirit, I remember it was a Sunday, I felt a great joy inside. And I felt like a puzzle that was missing was placed inside. I needed to share what I have with others. And that's what I do today.
Today, our life are different. We do not have any more arguments. From faith with God, we can communicate with each other. Before in the past where we had the problem, I would have wanted to get away from home. Now I want to be home all the time, to spend more time with my wife. So that's the foundation of our marriage and the communication together with God.
I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. I am financially independent along with my husband. We have a good marriage. I'm no longer sick. I have a son who is 10. I'm also in a job which I love. I'm also a doctor. Good relationship with my family, especially my mom. My mom goes to the church now. She has seen the difference in my life and my family life.
Without our Holy Spirit, I don't know where we'll be today. Because with Him in our life now, He's given us a direction that our life can grow together. We're happy, we are saving souls together.
It's a blessing to give back to others what God has given to us.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Vonette's real story can inspire those who maybe are facing similar difficulties, situations in life. And every single day we bring here a real life story, because this is what the Love Talk Show is all about, is to show and share with everyone that no matter how difficult the situation is at the moment, there's, as usually say, the light at the end of the tunnel. And when we say there's a light at the end of the tunnel, it doesn't mean that we are creating illusions here or imagining things. No, we are saying that through dedication, perseverance, faith, trust, you can take the right steps, and as Vonette did, you can turn situations, or a person is able to turn a situation around. I know that so many times, Andrea, people look at their problems and they say, you don't know what I'm going through. And it's true, maybe I'm not aware of what this person is going through at the moment. Maybe I don't know how their love life or their love life condition is at the moment. I don't know what this person is suffering. Maybe money, as we were talking, has been a problem in between this couple. Maybe money created a wall of coldness, and the couple is not talking anymore. They are at the edge of divorce. But the truth is, we can have a different perspective, and maybe seeing from a different perspective, there's something that can be done in order to turn this situation around.
We were all been there, not maybe with in the same circumstances as Vonette was telling us about, but we all came from a past. Myself, Andrea, Peter, that is here with me, all of us have a story to share. And when we are emotionally involved with the situations, sometimes it's like you were saying, Peter, we are not able to see a way out, because maybe that situation has been going on for so many years that you don't see a way out in regards to yourself, your marriage situation. Maybe you have been in a relationship for so long and you just found out that you were betrayed. I'm not sure what you are going through, because we don't know you, of course. But when you think about a situation like Vonette was facing, maybe she thought one day she stopped and she thought, I can't do it. I can't do this anymore by myself. And she found a way out. So of course it's possible for you also. That's what we believe in, because that's what happened to us.
Well, I hope that Vonette's real story helped you in seeing things from a different perspective. Well, we have a listener who sent a question to us. If you want to do so, you can send it through the email love@uckg.org. Let's listen what the question was.
Real stories, real dilemmas, real solutions. Only on the Dear Love Talk Show.
I am considering a divorce. How do I know if I've exhausted all my options?
Well, as this listener did, you can send to us your question to love@uckg.org. And concerning to the divorce, Andrea, we've seen that divorce is the last resource or the last tool this person is using when they believe they've done everything they could to restore the marriage. But the truth is, there are situations, cases are different from each other, and sometimes divorce is being considered to to be a solution for that problem, because we've seen two people who love each other and they are attacking each other and they are not finding a way to solve that problem. And you did it, you caused this, you are not changing, you are always this person, you never help me. And it's a snowball effect of accusations that is growing. And the person sometimes gets to the point of, instead of showing the love that is there, is showing through words and through actions, an indifference, disrespect. But deep inside, some of them, they are talking about divorce, but they don't want divorce. And in the case of this listener, if they are asking for how do I know, I believe, Andre, that this person is still in love with the spouse. And sometimes it goes a little bit to what we were talking a few minutes ago. It goes to the point where the person needs to see from a different angle, a different perspective. It needs the person to come outside of this situation and see it from outside, because from a different point of view, they will understand, maybe I can change something. I'm demanding something from my spouse, but maybe I can do something.
And the blaming game, it's a huge problem when the person is really involved with their own emotions. And then we have the couple, and they are defending themselves, and pride arising doesn't allow them to see and address the real root of the situation and the problem that they are actually facing. And that's when, for example, a third person, a person that not a friend that got divorced twice, not a friend that is single, but a person that really went through what you are going through now and started investing in a type of love that we always mention here, intelligent love. So maybe you need the help of someone that can see from the outside, not involved with the emotions, all the emotions that you are facing. Because sometimes what we see, because we counsel couples, is that they hurted each other so much, and it's so difficult to come back from that point. So that's when, and that's why we talk about the love therapy that we have every Thursday, and we do counsel couples, and like we always say, it's for free. And we were in places like that before. We have been married now for 28 years. For example, our friends, our colleagues are here also, and they have been investing in this area of their marriage, intelligent love, and they have been developing the tools to make the marriage better and better. Because some people say, how come you're married for so long and you're still married and you're still going and you're still happy? Because it's possible, and it's not impossible for you to overcome the situation that you are living and the damage that all the words cause, the situations that happen in your marriage. It's not impossible for you to overcome everything, starting from within.
Well, as usually say, this is what we believe.
That's what we believe in.
Well, so if you are already going to the root of the problem and is not solved, yes, you are reaching the end of all your options. But sometimes what we see, people, they are fighting against what is happening, but they are not going to the root of the problem. Well, let's listen in this song, and we are coming back talking about the love therapy.
Before I was born, you knew me. You made me a work of art. love me right from the start. I give you my all, you can use me. Oh, what an honor to serve my King. I give you my heart, I give you my soul, I give you my life as a living sacrifice. And your love is more precious than gold. You're my reward. I have all I need 'cause I'm loved by you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so loved by you, Jesus. Every day, every moment. Oh, so loved by you. Heaven and earth will pass away, but your love will stay. It won't ever change. And it goes on and on and on till it overwhelms my soul. There's nothing better than this, so I give you my life, I give you my world. Nothing is hidden, every part of me is yours. So I will respond with my heart wide open. There's nothing to lose when I'm loved by you. Loved by you, yeah. I'm so loved by you. Every day, every moment. So loved by you. Every day, every moment. I'm so loved by you. I've never been so sure that I'm loved by you.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
And this coming Thursday at 8 p.m. we are going to have the Love Therapy Seminar, which is meant to show you exactly a different perspective, a different point of view where you can fight against the root of the problem. What we have been witnessing is couples that are fighting each other, they are pointing fingers against each other, but they are not going to the root of the problem. The love therapy helps couples in seeing this with a different perspective, Andrea.
And you can find us here, 2327 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park. If you want to have a one-to-one, it's completely free, and you can just join us here every Thursday, 8 p.m.
Well, the Love Talk Show is reaching the end. May God bless you all. Tomorrow we are coming back 10 p.m.
Thank you for being there with us. It was our pleasure.
Bye-bye.
That wraps up the Love Talk Show. Till tomorrow.